we're going to be doing a little experiment with taillights on a classic car. Anybody that's ever drove one, or if you're my age, you remember back whenever you were younger, these cars, the taillights and headlights were not the brightest of all time. As a matter of fact, they're pretty dim. So I saw a little thing on another site called Auto Resto Mod. It's a very, very good channel. I really highly suggest that everybody check that out if you're into cars. But he spray painted the inside of the taillights with some silver spray paint, and naturally you would think that'd make it brighter. So we're going to do a little experiment today and see if that actually works. We're going to take one of these taillights out, spray the inside with some silver spray paint that I got. It's supposed to be chrome, but it's really just a shiny silver is basically all it is. But we're going to do one of them, and then when it gets dark, we're going to turn the camera on and see just how much of a difference that it makes, if any. I think it's going to make a lot. The only reason I don't go with upgraded bulbs is because with the old cars, you got more of a glow versus a pinpoint light bulb in the back, and I just think that would kind of mess up the look of it. So we're going to do this and see if it'll make it brighter. You can definitely see them at night the way it is now. It's just I would like for them to be a little bit brighter, as I'm sure that you would also for your classic cars. So we're going to give this a shot and see what happens. And with all old cars, you have two sets of keys, one for the ignition and one for the trunk. That is awesome. On the back of these headlights, or taillights here, we have some bolts we need to take loose. We're going to take these plugs out first, and then we're going to get the bolts loose. Now with the bolts out from the inside, hopefully this will come right off. Just kind of tap it, break loose any seal that the paint may have caused it over the years. Pull off really slow. We'll have a little bit of insulation in there too. Let's go easy. Here we go. There it is. We can clean this up. We'll do that in a second. Now, once you get your taillight out, just go ahead and look at it from the front and the back very carefully. Just do whatever you have to do to make sure you can get it to come apart so you can have access to the inside of the housing, because that's what we're going to want to spray. However, I'm sure there's some housings that you cannot get apart. This may be one of them. I don't know. I've never took it apart. So let's fast forward this and see what we can do with it. Depending on your application, your taillight may be glued on or stuck to the foam right here that seals it off from water. Just get you a screwdriver under there and make sure there's nothing else holding it. And go really slow and work that loose. Do not break the plastic. You might not ever find another one of these, depending on the car that you have. So just go slow with it. Alright, as you can see, we have several pieces that came apart from this taillight, which honestly was a little bit more than I expected, but it's good to see that they actually made a good quality backup light. This is the part we're going to be spray painting later. Here's the gasket that came out of it. It's amazing to me that this held together. This has been in here for 47 years. Here's the actual lens. We're going to clean that up inside. And then this is the trim piece that goes on the outside, just like that. This doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you can sand off all the buildup that may have occurred, just give it a good surface to where the paint can stick to it. See, like that, that's good enough. The perfection is going to come when we spray the paint on, because the paint is going to be what reflects everything. Now, once you get everything cleaned off, go ahead and spray it. I would go at least 2 coats, but I'm going to go ahead and do 3. Here's the final product. As you can see, it's not perfect. All we're going for is reflection. So just make sure you have the holes where the bulb is going to go in. Make sure that gets painted pretty decent. Well, here is the final product. I went ahead and polished the outside here while I had it off. That's just something I wanted to do for myself. But anyway, we're going to see here in just a second, once we get it on the car, how big of a difference this is going to make. I think it's going to actually make a pretty good difference. Got to say something too. In all the years I've been working on cars, this has got to be the most well put together tail light assembly that I've ever seen. I mean, it's got actual real screws, real bolts. There's a lot of pressure going on right there to keep it all together. But this is an amazing piece right here, in my opinion. You don't see that much anymore. Alright guys, here we are back in the trunk. Let's go ahead and put this in. Put it in just exactly the way you took it out. Pretty simple. So here we are. We're going to do the light test here in just a second. The right side is the way it is stock, with the inside just the way it came from the factory. And of course, this one over here is the one we just took apart and sprayed with chrome silver spray paint. I'm going to do this test. I'm going to go ahead and crank it up, and I'm going to let it warm up for just a second. Then we're going to cut the lights on. Alright, so we got the car running. It's not quite close to operating temperature, but that's not really the point here. Just wanted to make sure the battery got charged up a little bit. Make sure everything's working the way it's supposed to be. We're good to go. Looks like we've got a good current there going.